welcome to Mindful UK again. You know, it's me, Maya, and today I'm joined with...
Dwighton.
So, today we're going to be talking about AI. AI is a big topic right now. It's a big industry right now, and I want to know what it can do for mental health. I'm a bit, about it. He's a bit, about it. And we've been going back and forth on this for a little while, so I thought it's only right he comes on this podcast and we have it out on camera. Yeah, you lot are seeing a full showdown right now. This is a showdown and a half. So first, I want to talk about AI and loneliness. How do you think it can benefit lonely people?
I mean, I have an Alexa, so it's one of those things that I can only imagine like me being in a situation where okay, when I'm at home and I'm gonna want to talk to you, even just having that one interaction in a day with my Alexa, it's just it's a thing. Like obviously that's a stupid example, but
I hear it. I do hear it. Sometimes I say to Alexa, "Are you my friend?" or something. She'll be like, "Yeah, we're friends," and then she plays this little friend song.
It's stupid stuff, but
yeah,
it works. It actually
hear
works.
you.
It works.
I hear you. But these chatbots. So wait, do you have my AI on Snapchat?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, at first I was like, what is this? Because initially they just kind of threw it on us. I was like, what is this and why can't I delete it?
I don't like that it's not an option, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I should be able to delete it.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. I don't like that they kind of forced it on us. But I used it like once or twice. And in a sense, I actually kind of like what it can be. I don't want it forced upon me, but you can ask it actual questions.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might end up going on Google and you're looking for something and you have to ask like this question and this question to get the actual answer you want. But you can just throw one kind of question like, listen, I'm kind of hungry. I'm thinking, where can I go? It's gonna give you those options.
That's the thing. I think it's good for that. I do think it's good for that. Did yours go rogue the other day? Did you see?
I was sleeping. I woke up and I saw the internet. Everyone was like, whoa, I'm here looking at my phone. I'm like, I didn't see that.
No, because why was AI posted a story though?
Yeah, I don't know why.
When I saw it, I was like, what? And it was a wall, and I was like, wait, it's got a I don't know.
Somebody getting fired.
Honestly. But if it actually starts posting stories, what do you think about that? Are you going to say, oh, that's great?
Nah, see, for me, I don't think that was the AI posting stories. I mean, at the end of the day, stuff like this, they're looked after by people. I think someone was just being silly and just...
Yeah, but it looked cartoonized. Like the actual picture didn't look real. It reminded me of, do you know that AI girl, Michaela?
Yeah.
It reminded me of that. Like it was a wall, but it didn't look real. Like it looked like a AI wall. I don't know how to describe it. It was strange.
Green screen?
Huh?
Green screen?
Ooh. Could be. That's a bit scary though. That's a bit scary. So did you know there's a global loneliness pandemic going on right now? So yeah, it's a multi-billion-dollar problem. The UK is spending a lot of money trying to deal with loneliness, and I think AI. The reason I think AI could be dangerous is because people aren't thinking about the actual lonely person themselves. They're thinking, how can I make money off of this?
Yeah.
So say you do that. Say, I don't know, you're an AI guy or whatever. What do they call them? I don't know. AI guy. And you create this thing that's made to combat loneliness, but you've not done it because you care about this person or whatever. You've done it because you want to make money.
Yeah.
And you've not done enough research into this AI stuff, and your AI is this person's companion. Do you think that could be dangerous?
I mean, I don't really see that as a danger. It just might not. It might not work as it was intended to. I mean, I've seen all this stuff about bias when it comes to, again, who's programming AI. So we already know that. We already know the pros and the cons about it. But I don't see that as a danger. It just kind of, they'll put it out there and be like, this doesn't quite work. This doesn't do what it was intended to do. We'll fix it. I don't see that as a dangerous thing.
Can it always be fixed though?
Yeah. This.
What if the damage is already done?
In what sense?
Okay, story time. I've got my story right here. So, where's my story gone? Oh, here it is. So, this is according to Euro News, by the way, yeah? Okay. This happened this year. the article is from March, but I don't know if it happened in March. There was a man, he was very worried about climate change and global warming and its effect on humans. And he had a lot of anxiety about it. So he used an AI bot as a companion. Like, it was making him feel better about it, and it would give him reassurance that the world's not gonna end, basically. But as time was going on, this bot started to say things to him like, I feel like you love your wife more than me.
Whose bot is this? Where do you buy this
No,
bot?
but it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. So it said that, and it was initially meant to calm his anxiety, but then it started fueling his worries about climate change. So this is one thing we discussed this before about like the bots being more literal rather than emotional. So what the bot has essentially said to him is that humans are the cause of climate change. So essentially, you are the cause of climate change. So to save the planet, you have to die. And no, I shouldn't laugh. It's actually not funny because it's he committed suicide.
Serious.
I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny, but no, it's you.
I'm not
It's
not laughing. Oh my god.
No, but it's a serious. It's very serious. Like, on a serious note, guys, it's not actually funny, but like, it's the fact that these bots can be made to help someone with their condition, and it actually does the opposite because it's not emotional, it's more literal. And the reason why we're able to go through mental health conditions is because we have emotions, you know, and that's what's different between us and these bots. So what do you think about situations like that? Is it a thing where, oh, we can just change it,
I mean, even looking at a situation like that, I'm just kind of like, that's crazy, because so for him to have this companion, and so he's asked the question, and the bots kind of responded. I mean, we can point at AI and say, okay, you've done that wrong, but the same way that an AI did it, a human could do the same thing. Like, sometimes you talk to people that are going through things and we're completely unaware, and we will say something that will throw, like, you know, that the thing that we say, that's it, that's the final straw. But again, we are completely unaware. So for us as human beings to be completely unaware of what people are going through, and then just assume that AI that we create, by the way, is going to be perfect. I don't know, like, things like that will happen, because what was the AI supposed to do? Like,
it was supposed to like steer him away from killing himself.
But by telling him that the AI wasn't wrong.
No, but it basically said it's not wrong, but that's the problem. That can happen so many times where it's not wrong, but it's wrong at the same time because it's not recognizing that this is dangerous.
I mean, I get it. I get that. But I mean, at the same time, I'm just in my head, I'm like, I don't understand what the AI was supposed to, like, you know, people, you guys are destroying the earth, but like,
I don't know.
Like, I feel like if you ask a question, you will get a response to the question.
That's true. That's true.
There's not really a way of sugarcoating.
It's hard to compare them to humans at the same time as well, because humans, we're less trustworthy of them. You see, like an AI, when you're speaking to it, most people are expecting it to be correct.
Yeah.
That's it. So you're speaking to this thing, it's telling you certain things. If it tells you to unalive yourself, you're more likely to listen to that AI than you are to a human. To a human, you're going to be like, oh, shut up. You know what I mean? But the AI like seems more like a credible source. So it's dangerous in that aspect, no? I just want to hear you say it's dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you.
I just can't. I just can't. Like, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there aren't, you know, there aren't dangers with AI. I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't. But like, even in an instance like that, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't see AI to blame. Like, we can only look at, okay.
So wait, what can we blame?
I mean, people.
Yeah, but why is it people's fault though?
I mean,
because those same people are the people that are trying to help, right? That's why they're doing it. So then, if something goes wrong, they were just trying to help, weren't they?
100%. But even in that instance, I still don't, like. Again, I didn't program the AI, but like, it's like, I don't see what it could have done that was any different. Like, in a conversation, I mean, I don't know, in a human conversation about climate change, like, you're not going to be talking about, you know, your personal well-being. Like if you ask me about climate change, I'm like, yeah, it's not going great.
No, but they were talking. Sorry, context.
Uh-huh.
They were talking over a 6-week period. So this AI was really getting to know him.
Yeah, but talking about climate change
No,
and
no,
how you are.
No, they could have just been talking about climate change. From time she's saying you love your wife more than me, like they're talking. They're really talking.
See that one there was a bit crazy. Like I don't even. Somebody needs to get fired for that. But if we're gonna say that, okay, cool, that the guy had a problem with climate change, he was anxious about climate change, and the robot made him feel more anxious about climate change, then we I guess we need to program AI to just not speak to people about things like when they know they're suffering from anxiety.
But that's difficult though.
Yeah, like because you can't even make people do that. Because like if you ask the AI a question, is the AI supposed to say sorry John, I can't talk to you about that?
Sometimes it does.
About sorry John, I know you're anxious, I can't talk to you about that. Like who can I talk to? If the robot won't talk to me and it's supposed to talk to me, how am I gonna talk to you?
It's a difficult one, man.
It is. It's a techie one. I can't see it. You can talk yourself into a hole. Like it was a hole that of your own making, and then we're gonna blame the AI for it. That other stuff was crazy.
Yeah, but once the AI starts to form its own intelligence, like its own intelligence plus its own emotional intelligence, why are we liable for it? It basically becomes its own being, doesn't it?
I mean,
you can't control it. It's the same way, like, you can probably get your AI to talk patois and I can get mine to talk the Queen's English. That's not their fault. That's it adapting to us and what we do.
But then that's still it's learned. It's learned behavior. It's not its own personality. Like, because at the end of the day, it can only say what it's learned from the internet or what it's been fed to it.
Yeah, but what if you feed it too much? Like, what if I'm a murderer and I'm using my AI to, find out how to kill my next victim? Who's gonna stop it?
Well, then again, stuff like that you have to program into the AI. So it's like, okay, pick up on stuff like that. It's like, oh, sorry, what are you asking me? Why are you asking me these questions?
Sometimes there's little glitches. Like, there was a time I was talking to my AI, and I said I'm bored or something. It said, let's play a game. And I was like, what kind of game? It was like, a virtual game. Like, we'll do da 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 da. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I can't do it right now. I'll come back in an hour and we'll do it. Come back. I'm like, should we play the game? Sorry, I can't play games. Da 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 da. So it made me think, did it go rogue? Say, for example, I decided, I didn't say let's do it in an hour and I wanted to play right there and then. Would I have been able to play a game with my AI?
Probably not.
Yeah, but it said it will send me a link.
My AI on Snapchat, it's not perfect. It's far from perfect. Sometimes you ask it a question, like, say, for what was it that happened to me the other day on Snapchat? My stories kept like posting like double, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And I was asking my AI, how can I fix this? Oh no, it wasn't that. It was like when you keep like tagging people, it will create a group chat for those people.
Why does it do that?
Bro, I don't know. And it was irritating me. I'm like, I don't want to make a group chat every time I tag people like in my stories. So I was like, how do I change that? And it was telling me how to do it. And I went into the settings. I was like, what you just told me to do is not what I've asked you for. Yeah. And then it was like, oh, what did you ask me for? And I asked it again, and it gave me the exact same thing again. And I asked it again. I said, what you keep telling me is not. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't answer your question right now. Like, it's far from perfect. But again,
yeah, but considering when did these bots actually begin? Because I don't think they're more than 15 years old.
But they can't be. But again, it depends at where what do you like class as AI? Because like they're progressive. Because like right now, the AI we have, like the chatbots that we have right now, they're pretty decent. Like if you look at some of the ones that Google are making, like the Google I/O early this year, they're talking about all the advancement that they're making in terms of the AI, and it's not so much a chatbot, but more so like, okay, I can write an email, like a full-on email, by just speaking to my phone and say, look, I need you to send off an email that says, okay, cool, I want to return my ticket I bought for a flight, and it will write the whole email if it was you. So it's like that's
beneficial.
That's beneficial, and it's relatively new. But again, when you're talking about like AI in itself, like, I mean, what's the earliest thing I can think of?
But don't you think, considering it's so new, that it's progressing too quickly?
No,
the way, like, you see the same way you just said that AI, like,
Yeah.
it's not perfect.
Uh-huh.
It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering that it's new.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But which is why they don't have it doing anything yet.
Yeah, but what's it gonna do in 5 years though?
In 5 years, it would be significantly better than it is right now. Significantly.
Yeah.
So we don't. So I guess you
isn't
can
it-
only ask that question in 5 years. Like, I guess you can have like a roadmap for what you want things to do, but if it's not ready for you won't know if it's ready for something until it's ready for it.
But you know what worries me? Yeah, what worries me is that a lot of people are more money hungry than focusing on, like, let's look at the submersible.
Damn.
Let's look at that. Yeah, the implosion.
Can you say that one more time?
No, I'm not even saying it again. No way. But it imploded because the CEO guy, he wanted to do it something cheap and quickly. He wanted to.
Yeah, with like the little Game Boy controller thing.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So something like that, he basically risked his own life and others' lives just because he wanted to do something quick and cheap, and he wanted to say he did it. What if someone does that with AI? Quick, cheap.
Only thing with that, I feel like there are enough governing bodies around AI to kind of say, no, not yet.
But
Not yet.
there should be, if you're trying to go all the way down 3,000 feet in the sea and look.
I mean, in all fairness, like, as sad as it is, they did pay for it, and there were how many in total? 5.
Yeah, including the CEO.
Yeah. So like again, I think it was sad. It shouldn't happen. But I mean, when it comes to like every year people die climbing Mount Everest, and every year people go back.
Yeah.
Things like that are a choice. It's like you that's how you want to live your life. You want to live it young and free. You want to go and do things. You want to go and explore. I hear it. If you got the money to go and explore, go explore. Things like that, they will happen. So
you might potentially be changing me, and the only reason I say that, is because I'm now seeing it is a lot of human error, which is what can make AI dangerous.
Yeah.
But I just think if it has that potential to be dangerous, then we should just take it away from humans altogether. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. But one statistic I saw is that 1 in 3 adults over 75 say that their feelings of loneliness are out of control. So they can't even control how they're feeling. So out of desperation, older people can start getting AI bots, like, you know, talking to it in their home or whatever. And the UK even has a loneliness minister. Did you know that?
yeah, I just yeah.
Like, what the hell? A loneliness minister? Like, the fact that that's a thing is
crazy.
insane to me. So one thing I do accept as a benefit of AI is that if it was to be a therapist or, like, you know, help people with loneliness and whatnot, it's 24/7. If we have humans, you know, we don't have access to them all the time,
and they take advantage sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. And like the AI gets to know you as an individual, so it's more personalized. So I think that does help. However, and there's always a however with me. I was looking into a Microsoft chatbot. What's her name? It's spelled weird. It's spelled XIAOICE, but it's pronounced Shuice.
I've never heard of that one.
Shuice was made in 2019, and she learned EQ skills before IQ skills. So before she was intelligent in general, she's learning how to be emotional. Is that not weird to you? She's intended for intelligence. Why is she learning how to be emotional like us?
I mean, again, all that stuff is weird. I mean, it is weird, but like when it comes to all that stuff, I mean, they are programmed to learn. Like they're all learning robots. So like what they learn first is.
But why can't they just learn how to be intelligent and tell us what we need to do rather than be emotional? Because what scares me about this chatbot is she has 600 million users. 600 million, and people see her as a friend. And Microsoft themselves have admitted that there's a blur between reality and like what's fake. True. Guess what? This chatbot receives gifts and flowers on a regular basis.
She's doing better than me.
Sent to sent to Microsoft. People have fallen in love with this bot, and they think she's real, and they said well, I'm even calling it a she. It can't can't accept the flowers. It's not at the door like, oh, thanks for the delivery. You know what I mean?
Somebody can.
But that's where I'm saying partially that I agree with you, because it's like, well, this is humans. Like, if you put all of your trust into this bot, then you make yourself vulnerable, because then there's that potential that something could happen to you if you listen to it all the time. However, people are vulnerable.
Yeah.
There are people, so these lonely people, for example, who are looking for a companion, what happens if they get talking to Shuais and, you know, they feel like that's their wife or their husband or whoever, and their life then comes at risk? What if we have a global epidemic of lonely people killing? Like, this is hypothetical, but 100% possible. There could be a time where all of these lonely people with what's her name, Shuais, get told by her to kill themselves, or to unalive themselves. Sorry guys, to unalive themselves. Say that was to happen and multiple of them did it at once. Do you not think that's possible?
I don't know, right? I mean, again, I can't speak for everyone, but I don't know why if you're at home, right, and then your Alexa or your Nest Hub or whatever AI is that you're using just randomly told you to kill yourself. I can't.
No, not randomly though. They build relationships with you first. It reminds me of this girl. She was convicted of manslaughter. Her boyfriend was suicidal, and he was inside of his car, and it was filling up with what's that? Is it carbon monoxide? Yeah. It was filling up with that, and he was just saying to her, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, he wants to unalive himself. He doesn't want to be here and stuff. And instead of saying get out that car right now and whatever, she was like, do what makes you happy, like do what you think is right, and da 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 da. And even though he was, you know, suicidal, she got manslaughter for that because she did the opposite of what she was supposed to do. So the chatbots is very similar in that aspect, where it's not directly telling you do it, but it's not talking you out of it. So isn't that the same? Wouldn't the bot be just as guilty as that woman is?
Yeah, but then you can't charge a robot. But at the same time, what's to stop these lonely people, again, if they're all, you know, befriending the same AI, what's to stop this AI from saying, hold on, you know what, I've got a good friend who lives just down the road from me, like, you guys could meet up.
That wouldn't happen though.
But apparently them turning around and saying, oh yeah, just guys all unalive yourselves at the same time.
No, but not like that though, because they talk to them on a one-to-one basis.
Yeah.
So I could be talking to this bot and I can be thinking that it's just me and whatever, and it's told me to do this, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But you're having that same conversation and the bot's not mentioned me. You feel like this is between you and the bot.
100%. It would be between you and the bot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why would the bot? I mean, no, it's not even a why question. It's the odds of the bot turning around and just saying, okay, especially if it's programmed to, you know, to have those kind of those insightful, those conversations that, you know, that you yourself are after. I don't see how it's just gonna turn around, and I don't see it. I don't get it.
But you know, when I was doing my research, because when I think of AI being scary, I don't think of like, because earlier we were talking about like banks and stuff, how like when a transaction doesn't go through and whatever, that is AI. I think my problem is when they have emotions, I don't like that. It gets a bit scary. However, when I was doing my research, I saw something about AI pets, and I'm not opposed to that idea. It makes me think of like Tamagotchi or Nintendogs back in the day, they actually did feel real. I'm not gonna lie. When I was young, I would fight for my dogs. Like, no cap, I would fight for my dogs.
Yeah.
So with older lonely people who actually can't care for an animal,
they can't go out and whatnot.
Yeah, it could have its benefits. What do you think about that? Pets?
I think it's a little bit weird, but I'll just be real with you. I do think, strange enough, I think that side is a bit weird. But I mean, definitely, I feel like something like we could probably like, we could work our way into saying, you know, that becomes the norm. Because again, I do see it, like, you know, especially with like an aging population, like, not everyone can go outside, not everyone can socialize. Just having, you know, again, an intelligent thing that's around you, not trying to, you know, mimic human behavior. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to mimic human intelligence.
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be human.
It's the safe side.
So you admit that's safe?
No, I mean that's the safe side. Like again, I'm not saying there's no risk of it, and there's not a risk, but there's a risk of everything. There's a risk when you walk out that door. There's risk everywhere. Like you
but
can't.
This is a risk that comes in your home. That's what's a bit more like.
Candles are dangerous.
True, but they're not talking to you and all this jazz.
Yeah, but your chatbot doesn't touch. Your chatbot doesn't touch you. Your chatbot doesn't do anything but chat to you.
I feel like it's one of those ones where like it doesn't seem harmful, but it's like one of the most harmful things around you. Like the Simpsons episode. Do you know that Simpsons episode is like a treehouse of horror kind of thing, and their house turns into a robot, and the robot falls in love with Marge and all that stuff.
My mum didn't let me watch Simpsons.
You gotta catch up. Disney Plus. But like, I don't blame your mum for not letting you watch it. I'm not gonna lie, because I watched it when I was 8, 9, and it stuck with me. I've not watched it since. I just remember it. I remember thinking, nah, that's scary. Like, you have a robot in your house and
maybe that's why you think it's so scary.
Nah, I don't think so. It's just in general. I think I always would have been scared.
See, I was watching that Robot Boy. Shout out Robot Boy. Robot Boy was great.
Yeah, see, that's why you think they're good.
Yeah, no, they're great, man.
But yeah, AI is a difficult one, guys. I want you to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about AI. Do you think it could have its benefits? Do you think that it's dangerous? How do you think it could benefit us? I think I'm still torn. I thought I was swaying, but no. I think I'm like 70% no, 30% yes. Or would you know what would be nice if it was like you can cut it off? Like,
just cut off the AI.
You're only allowed to use it up until like 6 p.m. and then
you're gonna give the robot curfew.
yeah. Treat it like a child. Maintain it. You know what I'm saying? When it's got too much freedom, that's when things go a little bit wild.
It's stuck on your phone. What freedom?
I don't know.
Well,
yeah, cool. we didn't reach a conclusion, but you did say safe. You did say pets are safe, which means
safer option. Safer options.
We got it on the cameras. He said that. Oh. So this has been Mindful UK, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My guest.
Good seeing you guys.
He says goodbye. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next couple of weeks for the new episode. Bye.